Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Today, I'm going to be going over Elemental Hit. Elemental Hit with Ranged Attack Totem. I'll do a regular video about Elemental Hit, but I'm still going over my totems at the moment. So you're getting a little sneak peek to Elemental Hit. Ranged Attack Totem. It's a totem that when you put it on the ground, it uses your ranged attack skill that's linked with it. In order to use it, you need to have a ranged weapon on. It can be a bow, it could be a wand, it could be, yeah, basically bow or wand is really all it could be. But the neat thing about it is it gives you some options of what you want on for your damage and stuff on your wand, and everything on your wand transfers to the totem as well as with the attack. So that's what's neat about Ranged Attack Totem. You can use it with a couple things. You could use it with Ice Shot. You could probably use it with Burning Arrow. I don't know if Burning Arrow would be that great. You could do Lightning Arrow if you wanted. You could do Elemental Hit. You could do Puncture. You could do, like, there's a bunch of different options you could do. The biggest thing you could do, I don't know if Viper Strike can you still use that with a bow? I don't know if you can. I know you could do it with Poison Arrow. Poison Arrow would work. Although a lot of those builds, they'd be a little shaky if they would actually work or not. I'd say the most popular one with Ranged Attack Totem would be Elemental Hit. And the reason is it's just easy to scale it with crit and everything. So let's jump right in, figure out exactly what to do to make this work for you. Right now, with our Ranged Attack Totem, we have an Elemental Hit, a Lesser Multi-Projectile, and a Weapon Elemental Damage. And then up here we have Ice Spear with Power Charge and Critical, and greater multi-projectiles. So we can, it's another one of those things, because the nice thing about this totem is its crit chance is based off your weapon. And you can get wands with crazy crit chance, like above 10% crit chance, which is huge. You can scale your damage a lot from that. The other thing that's really nice about it too is it goes off your damage. So auras would increase the effectiveness of it by a lot. You could do a lot with it in order to make it really, really potent, really, really powerful. So let's jump right in. You don't have to necessarily even use Power Charge and Critical with Ice Spear. You could do, like, with a different thing. You might actually end up getting more out of using a wand and just doing GMP with a Power Charge and Critical. I mean, yeah, GMP, Power Charge on Critical, and then like a cheap wand attack to just get some, like Barrage. Barrage would work, and then you could get a bunch of your Power Charges really quick that way, instead of using Ice Spear. But Ice Spear is definitely still a option. You don't even need to use GMP with Barrage necessarily either. You could do like faster attacks or increased critical strikes. There's a bunch of options you could get. But just like anything else, you're going to want to make sure you get your power charges, and then you put make sure you have your your totem out too. And then the nice thing is it just keeps attacking, and it'll work. It's kind of weird how at least this version of the totem would work. This version of the totem would actually scale off of a bunch of elemental damage. It'd scale off of elemental weapon damage. It would scale off of fire damage, ice damage, lightning damage. It would scale, but you have to keep in mind with the ice, fire, and lightning damage, you know, you'd have to spec for it separately. One thing to keep in mind too is you could use Equilibrium with it, but if you do, you probably aren't going to use any auras at that point. You're not going to use other things, so I don't really know how well Equilibrium would work. The other problem too is it just picks a random element that shoots. So I don't really know how well Elemental Equilibrium would work with Elemental Hit. So, but that's for a different video. We're talking about Ranged Attack Totem. And for a Ranged Attack Totem, really you could just do like projectile damage would work. Depending on the thing you're using, you could use like wand attack damage, wand damage with elemental hit, wand damage with power charges. There's a bunch of different choices you can choose to increase the damage of this, and or you know, Iron Grip would work with it too, because the damage is based off of what you do with your weapon. Otherwise, I think... Oh yeah, and attack speed. Attack speed increases the effectiveness of the totem as well. So, it just gives you an idea of what you could do to make it pretty effective. Thank you for watching this YouTube video, and you guys have a great night.